Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Chatroom. We are joined today by the chairman of Killarney Celtic, Mr. Paul Sherry.
Kieran, how are you?
Very good, Paul. And the chairman of Killarney Athletic, Mr. Michael O'Shea.
Kieran, thank you.
Thank you for coming in, boys. No fighting. This won't descend into fisticuffs or anything, will it?
No, absolutely not.
100%, definitely not.
We'll see how the boys get on.
What would your ultimate achievement for Killarney Celtic be?
That's a good question. My personal ultimate achievement, I suppose my personal ultimate achievement at the moment would be to keep us debt free as we possibly can. But I suppose at some stage in the future, I'd like to think that, you know, whether it's Killarney Celtic or whether it's a Killarney team of some description that will sort of make it to the big leagues in Ireland, to the National League.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think at some stage, maybe in the future, you know, we'll be good enough for that.
I've no doubt.
Okay. What would your dream opposition team to play against Killarney Athletic? Who would they be?
The dream,
Who would be your dream opposition? Who would you hope to play against? Your wish, your best wish.
I think my wish is actually to play St. Michael's from Tipperary
Oh.
and beat them. That's very important.
Why is that?
I think we went a bit unprepared 2 years ago and we got beaten badly by them. I aspire to be as good as a club as them and Killarney Celtic and the other fantastic clubs in Kerry, but I just felt that they were a team that I just thought they were very, very good at the time. I also know how good all the other Kerry teams are, but I just think I'd like to play them and beat them.
Another shot at them.
Another shot at them.
Another shot at
you
them.
understand that?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. What athletic player would you most like to poach for Celtic?
Would we have to pay for him?
I would think so, because I would think you would definitely have to pay for him, because I don't think they'll leave. But it's a hypothetical question, no.
Yeah. Hypothetical. I'm fairly certain he wouldn't want to come and play for us anyway, but I guess I'd have to say Dahi Casey.
Very good.
Yeah, I would imagine he'd probably be the most valuable player that you have.
I wouldn't necessarily...
Sorry, one of the most valuable players that you have.
Yeah, he certainly is an asset.
Okay, so what Killarney Celtic player would you like in your lineup?
Yeah. I think just from meeting him a few times during the seven-a-side in Killarney Athletic and Woodlawn, and seeing his speed and everything else, I think it would have to be Wayne Sparling. I think the potential there is huge, and I think he's just a lovely young man, and lovely to see I saw his younger brother playing, and they beat our youth team last week or the week before.
Yeah.
Another very good player. But Wayne Sparling, I think, would be my choice.
Yeah.
I've no doubt he wouldn't come either. But what did you want to be when you were growing up? Have you grown up yet?
Well, I'm sitting down actually. What did I want to be when I grew up? God, when I was a child, I can't really remember. I suppose in early days maybe something like a guard or a school teacher, but I probably wouldn't have made it on the size category for that. But let me think. What can we say? I know. Since I came to Killarney, what I wanted to be was chairman of Killarney Athletic, but I settled for Celtic.
I'd have to go for someone my own age. So I think...
Careful now, Mike.
I think I enjoy some of his movies from when we were younger, but I'd have to say John Cusack.
John Cusack.
Yeah. I genuinely think that it was just our year, to be honest about it.
Oh, no question. No question.
I must say, one of the highlights of the year for me, genuinely, was the dignity of the Celtic players after losing.
Sure.
We've done it many times in the past, no question about it. We've taken our defeat, but it was just the camaraderie, the whole lot. At the end of the game, it was, you know, it was just our year, and I know that
Oh, absolutely.
Celtic,
No,
Killarney
much
Celtic
deserved,
are like
yeah.
they're like a wounded animal at the moment, and they're going to be serious operators this year, and I hope that we'll be as good, if not better, by the end of the year.
We hope so. I know the wounds are healing, Mike, definitely, I think. Do you ever see a time when there'll be one fantastic Killarney football team? From the forces that are available to the town?
I do.
Yeah?
I do. It's very, very straightforward. It's going to be Killarney Athletic.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose in Killarney we're very lucky. We have Mastergee, a fantastic club. We have Killarney Celtic, a fantastic club. We have Athletic. We have a new club called MEK, Middle East Kerry, and we have Ballyhar, all within the confines of the town. And I know what you're saying, but realistically, that's what junior soccer is all about, having all the different clubs and everything else. And I think that I know, like years ago in Gaelic football, they used to have an amalgamation of the Crokes and the Legion going back and all this thing. Can I see it happening in Killarney? Realistically, the answer is no. I think if there is going to be a top team, I have to say Killarney Athletic, no more than you say Celtic.
Sure, of course, yeah.
What, for you, is the most significant sporting moment in history?
Gosh. Do you know, I suppose the one that I remember most was, or the one that sort of keeps coming up, and I've seen it on sort of film reels. I would have been very young at the time, would have been sort of England when they won the World Cup in 1966.
Yeah.
I think that was a significant win for England as a football team. You know, there was many great players in the team. You know, so I can remember as a young fella going to home farm, sort of watching it on the film reels, and Bobby Moore lifting the cup. You know, so for me that was a significant moment. You know, I've always been involved in soccer, and I've always been a soccer fan. You know. Great.
But I think we both both have the same ethos. I've talked to Paul in the past about this. We both have the same ethos. I, like you, I know, I know we've talked about this. Neither of us mind what club anyone plays for, as long as they enjoy themselves.
That's it.
Especially kids, they play with their friends, everything else. I love to see kids playing with Celtic, Maskey, Ballyhar, any club, as long as they're playing sport and they enjoy it and they're learning and get new friendships and everything else. And at the end of the day, the competition side of it is only secondary, except maybe at senior level, I think.
Paul, Mike, thank you so much for coming in.
Pleasure.
That was really, really interesting. I found that really interesting. Fair play. I know it was.
Thanks, girl.
The lads have very kindly given us a training top from each team. So, Athletic training top and a Celtic training top. We want to give it to you. So all you need to do is comment and share this post with this comment of the team that you want to win the training top from. So either Celtic or Athletic, comment, share, and we'll see how we get on.